In this tutorial, I will show you how you can convert this Django's form field to this rich text editor. But before coding anything, let me show you a very simple example of this. So this is the blog post that I have just written, and everything here is HTML. Now this is coming from the backend and this is stored here in this field. Now let's say I don't want to use this and I just want to stick with the Django's inbuilt form field, which is actually a text field. So here I have to write each and every HTML tag like h1p, but this is a lot of work and this is not easy for me. This will consume much time. So I use this here because here I can just simply write something and then select it and click on h2 tag, and behind this is an actual HTML h2 element. So this makes the work more faster. For any reason, if you want to look at the repository or just want to refer for some code snippets, you can just refer to this link, and I will post this article link in the document description box below. You can see and just refer to all these things. I'm assuming that you do have some experience in Django, and if you don't have, then I would suggest that you definitely check out some videos on Django, but it's totally up to you. Okay, so now let's say this is the structure of your, let's say this is your app blog, and let's open the models.py, and this is the structure of your blog model. This is a very simple blog model with a title and a body. So here our aim is to convert this body, which is a text field, to a rich text editor. So here everything we are doing is without using any pip package. Everything is manual here. Okay, so let's move on to the very first thing that you have to do is you have to create a Formstart inside this app here. And so when you create that, just import your model here and form here, and then create a very simple form class, and then this is where we will override the body, and here we will just give an ID to the body. Okay, now the next thing that you have to do is open your admin.py and very simply just register your model to the admin. And the one thing that is very important here is this form attribute. You have to set this form to the form that you just created. Once you are done with the admin.py file, then our next step is to override Django's admin base.html. This is because this whole template, this is actually extending Django's base.html, and we need to add some JS functionality to that base.html, which is being extended by this template. We need to override that template because we need to add okay, let me try once again. Our whole idea is to transform this field to this field, and this is done using some sort of JavaScript. Now to add this JavaScript, we need to add this JavaScript to this page, this whole page, and this whole page is extending Django's admin base.html. So if we add that JavaScript to Django's base.html, and that would reflect here. I hope I am clear this time. I guess it's better that I would show you how to do this exactly, and then you would get to know. So create a file under templates directory, create a folder if don't exist admin, and then a file base.html under admin, and then copy this whole text here, this one, and then just paste it here. Now this is a JavaScript that I was talking to that would transform that field, and as you can see now that this makes sense. Now we name this ID and we put it here, so this would transform that normal text area field to the rich text editor. Now the next step is to get an API key from the tinymce website. So here is the URL, just visit this and create an account. There would be some sort of work email and password, fill it and then verify your email address. Now once you verify your email address, open your tiny cloud dashboard and then copy this API key. Once you copy this API key, then what you have to do is here it's something like this, and then just replace this with the API key that you just copied. Okay, so now let's verify whatever we did till now. Let me open the admin portal. I ran the Django server and let me open this. Okay, so this is our blog model and I already added a sample blog. Now let's add a new one. So as you can see that this just changed this to this rich text editor, and here we can just write something. Okay, right. Okay, some heading and write a paragraph. Welcome to second post. So now let's convert this to a heading. Okay, title is second blog post, and then just hit save. Now I want to show you something. So this is if we comment this out, let's add a statement here, pass, and you would see everything changed. So this is what exactly this field is. So now you would understand that why I was saying that it is a lot more work if we do all these tags, manage all these tags manually. And let's remove this, and this will bring this back. So the final thing that I want to talk in this tutorial is about the syntax highlighting. Okay, so let me just show you. Let's say you want to add a block of code. Let's say def sum, and this returns 5 plus 5. Now let's just save it and open the code, and this is the second blog post. So if you see that this comes highlighted, this is what I'm talking about, syntax highlighting. Now this happened because of one more thing. Okay, so this is my view and this is a detail view. Okay, so here this is happening because of these two files. If I comment these out, you can see that this no longer works. So these files actually transform or makes this look pretty good. So let me show you from where you can get these two files. Or open this link, prismjs.com, and then from here just select the languages that you want to work with. Like I usually write the code snippets for Python, and then I just go to the bottom and then just copy these two files. Copy this JS file and then add I added it somewhere here. I added those files here, prism.js, and then copy this CSS and add to another CSS file. Now just include both of these files. So these files just provide some styling and some JavaScript to the code that we just add through the rich text editor. Okay, so again I'm reminding you that if something is not working, you can just check out this repository and you can clone this, and or even if you don't want to clone, you can just go through the repository and find if something is missing or not.